Well, hello everybody. I'm Rick, your singing wealth coach, and today we're going to be talking about the financial idea of dollar cost averaging. Dollar cost averaging. Okay, we all know that in order to acquire wealth, we need to be doing one of two things. We either need to have our own companies, our own businesses, or we need to own stock in companies. We need to have part ownership of people's businesses. It's only one of two ways to get rich in America or around the world for that matter, and that's to have our own companies or to own part of another person. So today what we're going to talk about is how to buy stock on a regular, consistent monthly basis, and how it doesn't matter whether stocks go up, whether stocks go down. It really doesn't matter, because if you do the same thing consistently over a period of time, it's very likely that you'll be wealthy. All right, so let's talk about it. So let's say that we started out in January and we are investing $1,000 a month. Okay, and let's say in January that we start out and this is what our shares cost. Our shares are, let's say, $5. So that means in January we would get 200 shares, all right? Because the shares cost $5. All right, let's say in February these shares go down to $2.50. Let's say they go down. Now you don't panic, you just keep putting in the same $1,000. So now you have 400 shares that you purchased this particular time. Let's say in March that your shares go down to $2. This is your share price. So this is your share price, your share price. So in March, let's say they go down to $2. This is March, okay? So now your price went down to $2, but you got 500 shares. Okay, and then let's say that back here in April, your shares went back to $2.50. So that means that you got 400 more shares. All right, and then let's say they went back up to, so they went back up to $2, and then let's say that, and that's in April, okay? Then let's say in May, this is May, that they went back up to $4. So that means that you got 250 shares. Okay, everybody got that? And then finally, let's say your shares just went back up to $5 in let me see, this is May, okay, in June. Okay, so they're $5 again. So that means that you got 200 shares. So let's see what happens. How much money did you earn, okay? So let's see. You put $1,000 a month in for January, February, March, April, May, and June. So your investment is $6,000. All right? So let's see how many shares you got that you have. Your shares never went above the $5 that you started out with. Okay, so let's see how many shares you got. You got 200, okay? Then you got 400, so that's 600. Then you got what? 500, so that's 1,100. Then you got what? 400, so that's 1,500. Then you got what? 250, so that's 1,650. Then you got 200, so that's 1,850 shares. $1,850 shares, and they're at $5 a piece. Okay? So let's get our calculators out and let's see how much that is. All right? $1,850. Let's see what that says, okay? So $1,850. You guys got your calculators? You guys got your calculators? Let's go. Let's go. Get your calculators out, okay? $1,850 times 5. All right? I'm looking for my calculator so you guys can. You guys with me? You guys got the answer already? You guys around America, around the world, y'all probably got the answer already, right? So $1,850 times, okay, wait a minute. My daughter got a calculator. Thanks, baby. $1,850 times 5 equals, all right, so it's 9,000. So your total account now is 9,250 bucks. Okay? So now your account is 9,250 bucks. So that means that you only put in $6,000 and you got $3,250 left. So let's divide $9,250 divided by $6,000. And this will give us our total return. All right, so this will give us our total return. All right, so $6,000 divided by 9,250 bucks equals a 64% return. All right, so you earn 64% on your money. Thank you, daughter. So you earn 64% on your money in this scenario by saving $1,000 a month over 6 months, and your shares never went any higher than when they started. That's why dollar cost averaging, what it means is that it's going to all average out if you're consistent with the amount of money that you save. The problem with people is that people are emotional. All of us are, and that's good and that's bad. The bad part about it is that because we're emotional, when something goes down, okay, in this case, the shares went from $5 down to $2.50. The problem with that is that if your plan is not to stick with something, you'll bail out when this takes place. You're like, wow, my shares went down half of what they were? No way, Jose, I ain't going along with that. And then you never take the ride when it comes back up. But if you're gonna buy shares, if you're gonna invest more than what you normally do every month, the way I do it is that when I look at an account that I have and I see that there's been a significant dip, that's when I just add more. Why? Because I'm like, eventually it's gonna go back up. That's just the way the stock market is. What goes down comes back up. This has been going on for hundreds and hundreds of years. All right, so, well, ever since the stock market came out. So this is the attitude about money. And this is the Proverbs that I want you to get. Proverbs 21:5, okay? Proverbs chapter 21, verse 5. And it says that the thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness, but to everyone that is hasty, only to want. These are the hasty people. They start with something, it dips, they quit. But the diligent, we're not in a hurry. The reason that we're not in a hurry is because we do things based on principles and we think big. So because we think big, we say, you know what? The only time I'm going to spend more money is when I see something go down. I'm not going to panic when something goes up. The only time I'm going to spend more money, typically, is that when something goes down. Or I'm just going to keep and stay steady as they go, and I'm not going to pay any attention to whether it's going up or down. I'm just going to make sure that I stay steady, because eventually it'll even out. If you look at this situation, from January to June, $1,000 a month, from January to June, with a stock that never went over $5, but the consistent buying of it, a person ended up with $9,250, even though you only invested $6,000. And when you divide $6,000 by $9,250, I can say I got this backwards, so let me change that, because it's really 6,000 divided by 9,250, because you always divide the amount you invested by the amount you got. So you invested $6,000 divided by $9,250. All right, that's a 64% return. That's amazing, a 64% return. This is the difference. This is why wealthy people have money. And it's the difference between a wealthy person's mindset versus a person who's hasty and always got to they put money in and taking money out, put money in and taking money out, and have no consistent plan. Panic when something goes down, not realizing that really if you're going to spend some more money, it makes sense to spend it when something is going down versus waiting until it comes back up again. But at the very least, if you just be consistent on a regular basis, then dollar cost averaging has proved to make million after million after millionaire. This is Rick, your singing wealth coach. It's been a plum pleasing pleasure as well as a privilege. If you'd like to learn more about dollar cost averaging, just click the link below and join our next Financial IQ Challenge at financialiqchallenge.com. Have a wonderful day, and remember that stellar is a stellar day.